think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. 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 That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. 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 That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. 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 That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not allow it. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. And we're not going to allow that to happen.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much. This is Munir Kishan, aka the General. And my flight was changed today and based on some issues, but I will be leaving by the grace of God on the next flight. So I have to come home. And everything is taken care of. Don't worry, everything is fine, everything is cool. I will be in Liberia. And share the video. Share the video, share the video, share the video, share the video, share it, share it, share it, share it. Share the video, please. Share the video. Share the video and don't waste my time. Okay. Okay, good. I can hear myself. We got things to talk about. You can follow me on YouTube. You can follow me on if you and myself friends on Twitter, you will see it. If we're friends on Instagram, you will see it. And also on Facebook, you will find it. Go to voicemail, it is there. And I'm tired. But it means that I can talk now. I'm tired, but I can talk. But I'm not sleeping. So, you know, there's something happening in Liberia which has never happened before. You know, you will overlook it and you think maybe it's just election talk. But it is not an election talk. We went through the war in Liberia. We saw things. I don't know about you. I don't know about you. I don't know what you went through. But I went through the war. I saw some of my friends that never made it. I saw people then executed. I saw them taking people from the boots of a car and was executed on the beach for nothing they did because they went out to hustle. I saw friends where we were running on Ghanaville Road, closer to St. Moses funeral home. While we were running, straight bullets were hitting people. We had to lay on the street. I got a lot of witnesses. There's a girl they call Cecilia. Her name is Cecilia Kuhn. I think she's running in District 17 now. And then we went into St. Moses funeral home to take refuge. And then Moses can what they built the new funeral home. And then Moses can say, my man, I must say I leave, you know. Then from there we went all the way to the bridge, Jamaica Road Bridge. There's a little house in the road down the hill, right by the bridge. And that is where we went to take refuge. And when we looked, Prince Johnson came. This is a delicate Prince Johnson came. If anybody ever remember the truck that was a 14-wheeler, 18-wheelers, or 16-wheelers, Firestone truck that was crossed on the Jamaica Road Bridge. We were right there. AJ, Hemian, me, and Margaret, Cecilia Kuhn were in our house. When Prince Johnson came across that place and shot the tires and other things, and we started yelling, we came out. I saw things. Some of my friends went into the port and never made it. Some people brought news about me that I was there. I went through the war. I went to Ghana. I was on Buck Challenge. I came back to Liberia. We went out, we hustled for food. That is how I fought the war. I fought the war by looking for food just to survive. I fought the war to run, go to Sierra Leone just to survive. I was in Sierra Leone, they arrested Liberians. I was one of those they arrested. I was jailed because I tried to survive. I never, ever supported the war. I made my way through. That was how I fought the war. You can say my brother was part of it. We all went behind the line and everybody chose to do what they wanted to do. And I went to Sierra Leone because that's where I went to school. We went through the war. We know what it is war. We know what it means when they talk about war. For people to sit there today and listen to a former vice president, a former official of the Lofa Defense Force, a former warlord, Prince Johnson, for this vice president to tell us publicly that President we want to cheat, and if he cheats, there will be no Liberia. Is there no other better way that he could say it? And when I listened to the tape, I heard people in the background. They will pay for it. We will do this. Are you trying to remind us of what we went through, or are you trying to threaten us? It would not stop us, and it would not stop me from going to Liberia. Since this tape came out, I've received messages from friends in America and asking me if I still want to go to Liberia. I will go to Liberia. That's my country. I will vote unless God stop me. If you don't condemn it now, you will not condemn it tomorrow. And this time around, we will not run away. I'm saying this with everything in me. I've spoken to my family. I've talked to them. We will not run away. If UP think they will intimidate Liberians, or they will intimidate us, that it will scare us from voting, we got 20 candidates in this race. Any one of them can win. Anyone. We expect CDC, who is the ruling party, maybe to make such a statement. The same old thing, complaining. The baby has not born yet. You telling us how the baby will be so smart. You have not cast the first vote yet. You telling us you will not accept no other result but win. Like Donald Trump. You telling us that if Congo wins tomorrow, you will fight. If Cummings win, it's worse. Nobody in Liberia, the Liberian people has spoken. Who the hell are you to speak for us? You speak for yourself. Bunch of corrupt people. You people are the worst Liberians. For a former vice president who believed that his life is over, so he would destroy other Liberians, who believe that I don't care, all I want is for my name to go up there as Joseph Newman Boakai, president of Liberia. I don't care. Even if there's a better way, President Weah, if you cheat, you will join Charles Taylor. President Weah, if you cheat in this election, anything that happens, it will go on you. Some kind of way you can say it. That if you cheat, there will be no Liberia. No Liberia. Or because you got Prince Johnson with you, and you got butt naked, you got the two notorious killers in the history of Liberia. And this is what I'm going to say on the radio tomorrow, on Monday. Because Joseph Newman Boakai got on his side, the two notorious killers, people who bet and remove babies from stomach, so you can intimidate Liberians that if President Weah cheats, there will be no Liberia. When you started exercising, oh, you went to Nigeria did few days and you trained with Boko Haram. Oh, you were in Nigeria a few days. They taught you how to run. Can you run, Mr. Boakai? Or you don't value anybody's lives? Or you think you can intimidate? You are not speaking for us. You are not speaking for us. You are speaking for your selfish self. You are speaking for your selfish self and for your bunch of corrupt idiots that stands with you. We will be in Liberia, and when you come in, you come good. The Arab side will show. When you come in, you come good. Enough is enough. You will not come and intimidate Liberians. You say you got to vote. You saw me to your rally before you speak for me. You saw sedition to your rally. You saw ACOP to your rally. And you speaking for them. The Liberian people have spoken. Is that the nonsense you're going around with? That's a shame. Shame. And we dare you. We dare you. And let me say this to even my relatives that are supporting UP. My relatives, my nephews, my whosoever, sister, you supporting UP. I hope you listen to them and listen to them well. When the shit hit the fence, everybody for themselves. I hope you listen to them well. You people were small when the war started. We went through the war. We ate cocododo. We ate brown beans. Mr. Bwaka never tasted the war. He was sitting somewhere, hiding, and they benefited. They came as interim government. Today, you should intimidate Liberians because you got the two notorious killers in Liberian history on your side. Two of them are pastors pretending to be God-fearing men now today, just so we can forgive them. Mr. Bwaka, a shame on you. The Liberian people will not elect you. It is a clear indication that if you are ever be elected, if you ever get into that building, nobody will speak against you. People with loss in Liberia like chicken will go back to the wall. And this will be the #1 secret killing in Liberia that we'll ever experience. You are so hateful until you come and threaten Liberians that if there's a cheating, and then you listen to the background. I want you to listen to this tip. This thing put a cold spine. It sent a chill down my spine. I couldn't believe it. I thought it was a dog tip. That's why I took long. I've been looking at it. I said, you know what? Let me put the individual that support him. I wouldn't forget to put butt naked. After I did it, I said, oh, damn, I should have put butt naked there too. Let's play this tip again for yourself. I want you to listen to this tip. Listen to the background, the people in the background, what they were saying.
If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. We're not going to allow that to happen. That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. We're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. We're not going to allow that to happen. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. 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 That's why you have to protect it. If you think they will see this election, you will not lie. Because if you do it, that's the end of this country. We're not going to allow that to happen.
They will pay for it. We will go after them. Election. Look, there's so many words. And since this tip came out, Mr. Bwaka had hours to come back and clarify what he was trying to say. What he was trying to tell us. He had hours. Prince Johnson threatened us that if they steal this election, there will be the next Arab Spring. We will get in the street. We will remove you. We will do this. Then Mr. Bwaka came out. Guess what? This tip has gone to the international community. Mr. Bwaka, I am sorry for saying it, but we are sorry. We thought, and my only regret right now, My regret right now, they said no decision is right until it is right. My greatest regret in my life was to stand by Mr. Bwaka in the second round of 2017. I never knew Mr. Bwaka is a wicked politician. I never knew that Mr. Bwaka is prepared for people to do the dirty work for him. Oh, 2017, because Prince Johnson was not on his side, Butt Naked was not on his side. That is why he never threatened us that he was not going to accept the result. But today he got him. When he looked on his right, he see Prince Johnson. When he looked on his left, he sees Butt Naked. When he looked in front of him, he see other former killers. So today he can stay in the middle and tell the Liberian people, it will be no Liberia if President Weah steals this election. President Weah, if he steals this election, remember, whatever happens is on you. Or you might end up, remember what happened during those time. Remember that because of election, there was a problem. Give a warning. But if a stand-up bearer will come out and say there will be no Liberia, and his supporters say yes, they will pay for it. So I believe now the list that is circulating, I've not seen it yet, maybe my name is on there too, that you guys will go after people, not to just run it out, but to kill them. Because the last time I remember, Mr. Prince Johnson killed and ate President Weah and President Doe. Today there is no grave. And nobody in the UP, and guess what happened? Don't fool yourself that you think you the only people, you're the only people that get balls in Liberia. You shouldn't fool yourself. This time around, nobody leaving the country. We will protect ourselves. Maybe you might be the victim. So sit there and think it's in your favor, and you allow your party chair and stand-up bearer to threaten us and try to intimidate Liberians. That if election, after 14 years of brutal war, we saw rebels opening people's stomach. We saw rebels challenging betting, whether that boy or girl. We saw Prince Johnson executing innocent Liberians on the island. We saw Prince Johnson looting the resources of Liberia. I will not even talk about Charles Taylor today. We saw Prince Johnson breaking down the banks and taking the entire country's money onto his base until he took the 10. At the time we brought $10 note that was not even on the market. We saw Prince Johnson with government properties shipping, selling to Nigerians. We saw Prince Johnson singing, "Oh, when the saints go marching in, oh, when the saints go marching in," pretending to be Idi Amin, because that's what Idi Amin used to do. Oh, the devil knows who God is. The devil knows God more than you. And Prince Johnson is the devil. And Mr. Bwaka said, I'd rather dance with the devil to win than to be waiting for the angel that have not even come yet. Unity Party, are you so desperate that you have turned yourself into a rebel group now in a waiting? We thought it was CDC who was going to tell us things, but now it have turned to be you. Oh, because CDC carry casket. CDC said if there's no problem, we will not accept it. CDC never said there will be war in Liberia. I remember Nathaniel Magay. We will not accept this result. If anything, we'll go in the street. We will not accept this result. We're not going. We're waiting for the run-up. He never said, Madam Salif will not live to tell the story. They never said that Liberia will fall. Oh, you want to act like Ellen Johnson said, oh, Charles Taylor promised me that we will level Monrovia and rebuild it. Or Prince Johnson put it in your mouth and say, oh, go and say it. Oh, I forgot. You got Brani Samoka on your side, former defense minister, well-trained military guy. He will sit in the back and just engineer everything. What is that? Oh, you got former fighters from Prince Johnson's side. They will fight along with you. They will fight along with you. So you got Prince Johnson, so now your balls is all big. Let me act like Prophet Key Small. A former vice president of Liberia. We were just complaining about Prince Johnson, talking about war. Mr. Bwaka refused to denounce that. And today, Mr. Bwaka is saying that if we don't win, if you don't win, they cheat. You were the ruling party. You sat there, you lost your election. After the election, you sat down, you told us nothing. You never even opened your mouth to tell us thank you. People like us who supported you in the second round. You never thanked us, not because we're not a member of Unity Party. You never went to the Liberian people to tell them thank you for allowing you, giving you the opportunity to serve for 12 years and allow you to contest. Do you think we owe you? Do you think Liberia owed you anything because you served long time in government? Serving long time in government is not an experience. On which job? What was your profession? What you did that we should ask you? You don't have the experience. The leadership, you lack the leadership. It was proven you have never led anything before. You were always in the back, getting freebie. You can say whatever you want to say that we supported Joshua. It is your Bob Meniketi. But we will defend ourselves. Because when war opens, you are not going to CDC alone. You have threatened every Liberian that you will not accept no result but win. Don't fool yourself. I hope you charge your battery. Don't fool yourself. Plenty of y'all will go to the same hospital Mr. Bwaka went to after the election. Because your mind is so made up. Some people right now sewing the inaugural clothes. Some people think they know the job they will be holding. Some people are waiting how they're going to disgrace some of us. Some people are waiting how Mr. Alexander Cummings will not survive in Liberia because they will go after him. Some are waiting. Y'all look at, let me explain something to you. To show UP is so funny. This government acts, they said they want for the military to take care of the polling center. You do not take military to court. You don't bring military outside. Military people are tried by the military. Why are you bringing military to mine the polling center? Why not the police? Oh, Unity Party sideline with the government to use the military to mine the polling center. That's a Georgia military. They abandon, or they are talking about opposition togetherness. Madam Beslow recommended that we must protect the votes. Let's look up for each other. We say, okay, we look at the document, it's fine. You're not paying for my pool washer. I'm not paying for your pool washer. All we dare to do is, I should be honest enough. If there's a cheating, my colleague should know. UP walk out. UP refused to be part of it. UP said they will protect their own vote. UP walk out again. Just how they walked out of the CPP. Just how they walked out in 2017 when Mr. Councillor Bromsky took neck to court. And UP were pretending that they were behind Mr. Bromsky. But when they found out that everything was in their favor, they agreed to go into the second round because they said they will protect the vote and they will make sure they everything clear. That is why Kabina Janneh was removed. Today, UP said they will stand by themselves. Listen up. They already finished winning. The people of Liberia has resolved. Don't you know that we have registered the registered voters in Liberia? 2,471 plus registered voters. So the membership, the Liberians that CDC put out, oh, they are not Liberians. They're from the bush. They're not voters. The Liberians that ACO put out, they are not Liberians at all. They are foreigners. The Liberians that Tiawan Gongo put out, Yom Beslo, all these people, and Monimba, they are not Liberians. The only Liberians that we have now are the one who came out for UP. So UP alone will get 1.5 million because according to them, they put out over 1.5 million people. So the people who were registered, who not registered, they put everybody outside. So the Liberian people are spoken. We are not citizens of that country anymore. Are you people kidding me? Are you people really, really serious for Liberia? You people are jokers. Because you got a president who is joker and we want to put another president who is. So the CDC and the CP, so that I can't understand it. But this time, I will give it to CDC this time around. Because we've been expecting CDC to be more violent and more troublemaker than UP. Because they got Prince Johnson on the side. They got Butt Naked on the side. They got the two notorious criminals in our lifetime on the side. So they are prepared now to fight CDC because CDC got Dana Chia. They got the former rebel guys. They got the other communication guy who is my brother on the other side. They got all the other people. So they got people. So they say two of them will fight. So we should sit back and look. Who in the hell will sit back and look when the war is on? We saw the war. When the war was coming, they told us they were only coming for Doe. And Doe warned us, say, listen, before they cut the cotton tree, they will have to clean around the tree. The little grass that around the tree, the human being, they got to clear it first before they can reach them. Mr. Bwakana is surrounded by the two notorious criminals in our lifetime. Butt Naked, who killed more people than I don't know what. He cannot even check them. Some of them he ripped them apart and took the babies out. Some of them he ate the babies because he was a witchcraft. But he went behind the Bible to pretend. God called me. Oh, I'm a God-fearing man. Oh, I will go around and apologize to the people who are destroyed. Then Prince Johnson said, yes, I am a God-fearing man. God said I can come. And now I'm Saul. I've not turned to Paul. I prosecuted a Christian, but today, yes, God using me. God using you to do nothing. You lie on God. You and butt naked. And Deacon Boyka said, I'd rather dance with the devil to win. Which of the God that you are serving, Mr. Boyka? Which one of the God? Are you serving the God of Jacob, Isaac? Are you serving the real God? Because if you are serving the real God, you will not want to dance with the devil. You will not want to dance with the devil. But Liberians, that's what I'm saying is what I'm going to say on the radio. If you don't want to help yourself, it's up to you. But I will tell you today for free, and I want you to save this video. God's hands, the hands of God is in this election. God never lied. He's not a lying God. He's not a God that you play with. The Bible tells me that when you work, you will see the fruit of your labor. If you work sincerely for anything, I will reward you. If you submit yourself in a righteous person, he will give you everything. He never told us to sit and wish. God will not vote for you, but God gave you the ability. You cry for leaders every day. God bring you on leaders, so many leaders, but you refuse to choose them. You refuse, you deny yourself. You deny your future because of corrupt politicians. And some of you people don't even have food to eat. But you deny yourself that I just love President Weah. I can die for President Weah. I can die for Joe Boyka. Can either one of them die for you? Can they die for you? The millions you make, you ever make hundreds in the 5 years, 6 years? That the people of Liberia have resolved. Sounded just like CDC. You ask Solomon Fremont, he said, why I should go back to the past? I'm the future. You ask Sarah Beslow, you ask all the other candidates. They say, why we should go back to the past? My Liberian people, majority is not always right. But as time goes by, you will understand it. You will suffer for any mistake that you made this election. Any mistake that you made, you will suffer for it. And every Liberian will feed it. But guess what? Mr. Boyka will not feed it. Mr. Cummings will not feed it. Mr. Weah will not feed it. Mr. Boyka got money. He pretending that he don't have, but he got money. He will not feed it. You will feed it. Your children will not go to school. You will not get a job. You will suffer, suffer, and suffer. We all will feed it. But I will not feed it like you. I will not feed it like you. Are you living a better life right now? For the last 17 years, has your life changed? Oh, 12 years ago, you had some of your friends working in UP government. When they steal, they share with you. The only thing that making some of you vex, that seditions can steal, but they refuse to share with you. So you piss off. Do you want to be a beggar throughout your life? Do you want to look at people and glorify them and praise them and sing for them throughout your life? And they are progressing right in front of you. And they only come to you when they need your service. Instead of them teaching you to fish, they want you to be a beggar to them. Let me say this, and just what I'm saying as I'm going to say on the radio. The future of Liberia is on you. It's on us. If we don't live to see it, that's it. So be it. The old politicians fool me. They lie to me. And I don't want to lie to you. I don't want to lie to you. Any Liberian in America, in the diaspora, who live in a better life and don't want a good candidate in Liberia, you will suffer. You will work in this country. You will not realize nothing. You will suffer and you will lose every shit that you got. Because guess what? Your brothers and sisters in Liberia, they are suffering. I saw my friend. Oh, I would joke for Joseph Boakai. For what reason? Because his girlfriend related to somebody in the UP. Because Joshua ain't gave you job, so you first. You still got the opportunity. I told my friend, I said, you went to the wrong side, my brother. You still living in limbo. You still living in denial. I was on my friend's show today, and I didn't talk about numbers. I can just play low. Numbers, my feet spell me the crap. Who got numbers in Liberia? Once you're ruling party, you will get the numbers. But because of George Weah's inability to start his leadership, to show to us that he's a leader, that is why people stop going to his party. Because in his first 2 months, more people went to CDC. The late lot of representatives, they switched to CDC. Funati Kofa. Before they could realize in 1 year, 3 months that, their government here, it was late, they're already there. That's what gave the opposition the strength and the balls to say this man, we got to remove him. Because nobody in the sound mind go after a ruling party in the first year. And people sat back for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year and say, no, the guy here, I think the guy motivated us. After UP squandered the opportunities in Liberia, after UP denied Liberians good future, especially the group from Joseph Newman Boakai, the vice president office was the #1 corrupt office in Liberia. You understand? Every concession went through the vice president office. Every brown envelope went through the vice president office. But he pretended to be the victim, crybaby. If we don't win this election, there will be no Liberia. Who the fuck are you to tell us there will be no Liberia if you don't win the election? You won't even cast your own vote yet. When they were doing the registration, when we came together and said certain thing is not right, we should take neck to court. Mr. Dillon came up and condemned Mr. Cummings and condemned the CPP and politicized everything. But he took his ass to the place there to go do what? To go do what? A sitting senator. There is nowhere in the Constitution that they should give us the voting roll on a particular date. They will give it to you when they finish. Do you think you are the only person in this election that worry? We are all worrying about the election. But do you know why UP is concerned about stealing? Because UP was stealing the election 12 years ago. That is why UP know about the stealing. That is why they know. They stole the election in 2005. They stole the election in 2011. So now they expect the same thing to come back to them. That is why they're all concerned about stealing election. They are rogues. Liberians, to save Liberia. Let me say this. To save Liberia, we must not allow UP to power. And we must remove President Weah. We must remove President Weah and never allow UP to power until they can restructure their party and bring new face. Because Mr. Bouaka was part of the last 12 years that stole the elections in Liberia, so they know you can't teach old dog new tricks. They know it between them. Your team we're not concerned about the votings. Your team we're not concerned about the vote. We are concerned more than you because we believe two of y'all want to cheat. You're looking for your old members that are working to neck. You want to cheat. You want cheat. CDC won't cheat. But still, that does not give you the right. That does not give you the right at all to say there will be no Liberia if there's a cheating. Why are you trying to put in our faces? Why? We all concerned about the cheating. We calling here and calling there. You people say you're the biggest party in the country. How dumb and stupid you people are. You are the biggest corrupt group in the country. You were stealing on the CDC came and show you real stealing. So you vest. You stole into it. CDC came and show you the real one. So you say, oh, since CDC feeling upgraded now, it is our time. CDC took the budget to 785 million. Oh, now that's a good thing because we left it to 5. Then the Apple plan the money, so we still enough to. So all of them get a job when they finish. My friend, Victor Kaiser, is why they sending him to NSA director. But he said he won't be the mayor because the way Jefferson Koji eating. They even go nowhere. You either say he's already president. Yeah, he's president for you. So, just how President Weah can only speak to sedition at his church and at his head office. That is how Mr. Bouaka will be speaking to only UP members. And for us now, we are the vagabond with nothing, with nobody. We should get our damn self out of the country. And then Lofa County will be the capital city of Monrovia, of Liberia. The country that he will not even win. What a shame. We all concerned about the cheating. We all calling on the ruling party because the ruling party got an edge over everybody. You were there for 12 years. You stole the elections. You know that? You robbed Liberian broad day. You were buying people cards. You were part of the same corruption. My Liberian people, UP were part of the corruption for 12 years, which Mr. Bouaka was part of. They stole the elections that they're aware of. So now they're crying babies because they believe that CDC will do the same thing or want to do the same thing. But what they fail to realize, because of the hard work of Alexander Cummings, because of courageous men like Alexander Cummings, he decided to take the necessary steps, write all the necessary people, do it in a professional way, document everything, send it to ECOWAS, United Nations, America, EU, all around, and with a strong warning. And today what happened? You got Israelis in Liberia helping. You got Americans, you got the EU, they are all working with you. Finish with what you're supposed to do before you complain. How will you enter into a competition with complaint when you don't see it yet? Then all you needed to do was to take your damn self out. Now, another thing again, they're going around to show these people are desperate. Now they are calling Mr. Cummings all kinds of names. The Mr. Cummings, the Congo man, Joseph Newman Boaka, a countryman who went to CWA. Alexander Cummings, a countryman who went to CWA. But Cummings is a Congo name, so that what you think. Joseph is not a Kisi name. No, it's not a Kisi name. Look, this is serious. And y'all, at the same time, now I want to believe that the texts that have been circulating got some truth in it. Yeah, it got some truth in it. Joseph Newman Boaka, former commander of the Lofa Defense Force, signed a contract with Independent National Patriotic Front and also former CPP and LPP, no, Samedo Notorious Killer. I am shocked. What kind of word you can use? Faberglaster or what? How you pronounce that? Okay. Damn it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Okay. We are coming out on October 1st. We are coming out on October 1st. I had to clear this off my chest. They won't do nothing. They are a bunch of toothless bulldog. We are coming out and we are calling on every Liberian who wants change. I am not calling on seditions. I am not calling on Joseph Watkins or Wakana Joseph UP. No. I'm calling on the patriotic Liberians who are member of CDC, member of UP, member of other political parties who want a real change, or change that will benefit Liberians, or change that will create jobs in our country that our mother and father will go once more to be a parent, or change that will fix the educational system, or change that will fix our agriculture system, or change that will bring good health care to Liberia, or change that will respect law and order, that you will have a fair share and will be treated as a Liberian, or change that will respect the dignity of the work, or change that will create a living wage for our police, our nurses, our doctors, our civil servants, that will respect drivers and cooks and watchmen. That is the change you need. Come out. Come out. I will be there. You will see me with this banner. This is my banner. You see there's two beautiful people. They get a beautiful hat. They are clean. They have never eaten your money one day. They are telling you what they will do as a leader. The Bible says when the leader has no vision, the nation perish. And if that leader got one, he got to look for the best to help him. This man is the gateway to the 21st century. Do you know what it means? He was not just an ordinary accountant. So leader, he's the chief of strategic. He think before he make moves. He was the only one that criticizing President Weah. He's the only one that condemned killing in Liberia. He's the only one that tried to speak to us as Liberians that we can come together and make Liberia a better place for our children. He is the only Liberian candidate who worked and retired before getting into politics. He's the only one. That is why I always want you to listen to this. No candidate in Liberia have ever spoken these words.
My fellow Liberians, despite our diversity, we are a united people, a great and noble people. Through the strength of our unity and the resilience of our determination, we have begun to rebuild a ravished country and have survived 2 deadly health crises. Our people have stood together as one united people, ready to face the future. Whether you are a fisherman of Grand Cru and Sino, the hunters of Grand Jide and River G, the farmers of Lofa and Bapolu, the Gola and Vai dancers of Bumi and Cape Mount, the hospitable people of Bassa and River Cess, the warriors of Maryland, the miners and explorers of Nimba, the merchants and traders of Bong, the welcoming people of Magibi, or the melting pot of Montserrado. We are one people, Liberians. We have a great challenge and opportunity ahead of us. In unity, we will rebuild this country as a shining example in Africa, demonstrating the power of a determined and united people. Our economy and our national budget will expand and grow like never before. We will improve the lives of our people and put smiles on the faces of our citizens. I promise you that together we can and will do the job. A new day is on the horizon. The time for babysitting is over. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
The time for babysitting is over. That is what Darius Dillon don't want to hear. That is what Mr. Bwaka surrogates surrounding don't want to hear. That is why Yombli Kanga, she don't want to hear it. That is why Alex Tyler decided to switch to another corrupt group because he was part of that group. He left UP, went to CDC, but never got what he wanted in CDC. He went back to UP because that is where he started his corruption. That is where he started his corruption. That is why they went back. And that is where Darius Dillon took his corruption when he abandoned the Liberty Party in 2011 and went to Madam Salif. He betrayed Mr. Councillor Bromsky. And when he came back, he thought he could just go this way, which he did. He did it. He did it. So, we are saying this, that on October 1st, the official color is red, white, and green. You can come with the Liberty Party green. You can wear all over white, like a snow. You can come in red. Yes. With your white cap or whatsoever. Because of the patriotism, because of the love for country, that is why my little boy, the little general, I call him, The one who said, yes, Daddy, I am the little general. He said, Daddy, I know this man. They call him Alexander Cummings. I know this woman. They call her Charlene Bronski. I said, how do you know? He said, I saw it on your computer. And today he was reading. This thing came today. He read it. In fact, when it came in a little box, he opened it. He saw my name. And when he read it, he said, Daddy, I got a surprise for you. So that is why I want you. This is him.
Hi, my name is Noah Keeshan, son of Munir Keeshan, the general. I support Alexander Cummings for president of Liberia. My dad will vote for Alexander Cummings for president for a better Liberia. Bati, Bati, Gloria, Bati, Bati. Bati, Bati, Alexander Cummings, Bati, Bati. C'est quoi, CBB, c'est quoi, Charlie Bronski, c'est quoi, I want her, za.
Party, see party, party hard. Tenebrous, well. Who you want? My Liberian people, who you want? Our market women crying, who you want? Our Yana boys are crying, who you want? Zoba. Handkerchief. Take out your white handkerchief. Let's go. Everybody sing go far. Whoa. Look how they say that coming where we want. But me can't they coming where we want. Baby, like they coming where we want. Nima can't they coming where we want. Basa can't they that coming where we want. Get my can't they that coming where we want. Papa, we there. I said that coming where we want.
Okay. Alexander Cummings for president. Vote Alexander Cummings. Vote your future. Vote Liberia. Vote for the best. Okay, they just sent me my itinerary. Let me see. 1 minute, please. People still sending me all information. They are sending me all information. So, on the 1st of October, we will be coming out. We are trying to go around the country and in our 10 days or in our short possible time. And we'll be calling upon you guys because I got to hire a few people. We're already talking because we're trying to get group. There will be gathering in Lofaka, in Nima County, and people in Bon County and whatsoever. And only people in Montserrat you're going to see on that day. We're not bringing people from anywhere. So we want to show it simultaneously that we will be showing the stadium and also be able to show all the other people in these places. So to be honest with you, this one is on you. If you want us to cover it, you need to send us some cash, because everybody want to go to where the action is. So there's a ball there's a ball in Nima County. We're trying to contact, that will be our eye there, and we'll broadcast it through, and you people can see it and watch it on YouTube and on live and whatsoever. And there will be someone in Bond County that will do the same thing. So we will see, as usual, we'll bring them up so you will see it live. And all this thing costs data. It costs data. This is not freebie. This is not free. And you guys know we don't need to ask Mr. Cummings for anything. But when we go, we're going to put it in front of them. We're going to tell them. But if you want it, you got to sponsor it, because, hey, we need money right now. We need to get whatsoever, because we have to link everybody together and make sure that you in America or in Europe or every part of the world will see it. And on that day, we will make sure that it's broadcasted on radio. Whatever Mr. Cummings will be doing, I'm going to talk to Mr. Billington. And in fact, we will have to use the slot for one of these guys. Will have to use the slot to carry it live. And I know you're going to see it on Sky TV, on Sekou SKTV, because SKTV got somebody there. But listen to me, you support your own. You support your own. You need to get all the information. We need to go to places. Support your own and make it easy, because for us, we will go depth. We'll go all the way in there, because I myself want to see it too. So we need it. We're not going in to play. That is why I'm going just like a Liberian man, to come back just like a Liberian man and can't do my own family work. So I want to say thank you. And I want to say we need to condemn UP, condemn the action of Mr. Boakai. They have not come up yet. They have not spoken to clear what they were saying, to clear the air. But we say no to war. We say no to any violence in Liberia. Whether you're from the CPP, the UP, the Congo Party, and whatsoever, we say no to violence in Liberia. No. UP is only pissed off because they know how to steal. They were rogue too. They were professionals. They know how to steal votes. They did it before. So that's why they own UNCDC back. That too rogue and they know how to steal. So the thing is, oh, CDC going to, because if CDC first time wants to steal too now. But CDC just stole from CDC, the guy Eugene Nangwe. Listen, the fear here, the guy Eugene Nangwe. Eugene Nangwe used to be with Ellen Johnson. They stole the votes. They got all the people that work with Ellen Johnson in UP, in CDC government. So that all that thing scaring Mr. Boakai and the other people, that making Mr. Boakai to speak like a rebel. Mr. Boakai now former local defense force commander, threatening us because now he working with former rebel leader Prince Johnson and former killer and notorious killer, what he said, butt naked. I don't play it. Looking for me. Let me see your cussing. Let me say read on the comment. Let me read on the comment. And my people, anybody that calls me, they calls the shit out of them at Facebook. I authorize it. So let me see. They're scared. They watch it. They can't tap on it. They're scared. So they're not tapping it because they want me to see them. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. This let me put one statement up. Say, we know the story that 1990 we are focused on October 10th, period. I don't know who you're talking for. So that's why I pull your post up. I don't know who you're talking for. But you better stop speaking in tongues and be man enough to say what you want to say and stop speaking. We all know about October 10th. We all know. So that your 1990, if I explain a story in Mayu verse, and you can't say that the thing Mr. Bwaka said was wrong, it's up to you. Yeah? Okay, my brother, or my daughter, or my sister, or my whosoever. Thank you. Okay, now you see what I just told you about. This person said, we know the story, blah, blah, blah. The same person came back now. The person from Lufa County too. The person said, wait till when Bwaka meets you at his creator, then you can decide his fate. Mr. Jesus, until then, we move. This person, and Abigail Musa Parker from Nima County, who believe that Nimbabians are the only people who know how to fight war, who supporting Prince Johnson, and believe that people will die that had the bad men things. Prince Johnson said, I will die, but I will kill plenty of people. I know I will die. We're all going to die one day. So we have realized that, which is truth. So I need not to be afraid of death. When I started realizing and thinking that how bad people think, I said they are right. They are right. They kill and they survive. They enjoy. They're going to die too, so they can die anytime, so they don't care. That is what this lady is saying. Oh, don't worry that your business will still vote for Mr. Bwaka. May you first meet Mr. Bwaka to his creator and you can decide. No. You look at this name and you look at the picture. I don't know if this is the real person. This is a public record. This person here. You know, it is a shame. It is a shame. We told her that we got a lot of people in Liberia. But I bet you, when you check it up, he or she, but his name, Abigail Musu Parker. So, she may be from Nima or from Lofa, or because she's Joseph Bwaka supporters. So you think what she like, she ain't care for that. She ain't worry about it. They can bring war. And I ain't America, and I ain't Liberia. I will not feed it. The people in Liberia will die, and in America, I'm okay. So that's how she feels. That's how she thinks. So all of that news is late news. 2023 will move. Let me make sure so the people can see again how many comments you put up, man, so they can see it for themselves. Yeah. And then she come back here again. She said, and put who there? Sugar water. I wish your boyfriend could make sugar water too. Your boyfriend, I wish you could make sugar water. But if you're a coward, then you're using false name. If you're a man and using woman name, then you're a coward. So let me see again. New faces with old criminals in disguise. Who are they? Who are those criminals? This is not a woman. That's a man pretending to be a woman. Just the way your ANC folks, stupid and in denial, what is factual? You don't have numbers of voters. How will you win election? And you sit there disrespecting my political leader. Your political leader is corrupt. Your political leader has record of corruption. My political leader don't have. My political leader works sincerely for everything. He don't pretend. He living a better life. Your political leader squander Liberian money and try to stay squander and still want to steal. Because your political leader, when we gave him power, he will spend the rest of his time in the hospital, spending millions of dollars on his health, while our ordinary Liberians will still suffer. My political leader has the vision for Liberia. Your political leader is zero. Your political leader served 12 years in government and still cannot show what we will remember him about. The only thing we remember of Joseph Boakai is to sleep. When you speak to him, when you're talking to him in 5 minutes, he go to bed. That's all. At least my political leader, if you say he's a sugar water man, you drink Coke, you drink Fanta every day, and you enjoy it. At least you can remember my political leader from Coca-Cola. But nobody remember your political leader from what? From sleeping? From being the new leader of what? The Prince Johnson killing group? Or you want for your leader now to kill Liberians so we can force him to give him the presidency? Man, forget it, man. He's not going to work for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. You back again. Let me show another one again. At least you're the only person defending and all the other people feeling hiding itself. I hope it will not be trucking people coming out. Oh, so she show people trucking people out. So when truck your people too. Oh God, have mercy upon us. Okay, let me see what Yango writes here. I'm not a fan of Mr. Cummings, but I would prefer Mr. Cummings instead of JMB because Mr. Cummings has more to bring into the table instead of JMB, who have worked for us over 50, they carry to 50 years in government without showing us anything tangible. But it is up to our people to decide their choice, which is, you are 100% right, Yango, 100% right. It is the people, and when they make mistakes, they will feed it. They will feed it because there is nothing the two parties will actually give, especially Mr. Boakai. They are all coming to revenge. They are all coming back to steal what they left. And they will be stealing by imagination. Okay. So let me go back again to we already come out last Sunday. Okay, man. All right. So y'all come out last Sunday, your truck. So you afraid that we will truck. So it's up to you. And you're coming up on Sunday 7th. You're feeling trucking. Everybody say you got numbers. If you don't get the same number on the 7th, then I will on your own. Let me tell you. As long as some of you come out on this blue app to attack Honorable Boakai and don't sell your political leader to the Liberian people, we will respond to you, to your disrespect. Listen, we're not even paying attention to you. The more you talk to me, the more I will tell you about Mr. Boakai. That's all I can tell you. So you're not doing that. I'm not running for office. You're not running for office, so I can't concentrate on you. I'm only reading your text because I'm done already. So I try to let the people see, because people have not said, so you see, I put it on the screen like that. Somebody will see it and screenshot it and take and look for the name and say, wow, man, you put some stuff over there that makes that sounds stupid. So that's why I say I put it up. So you see the time I already pay attention to you. I'm done with Mr. Boakai. I'm done with his foolishness, his disrespectful. How can a man be in his 80s and try to be a rebel leader. It's late. Okay, let me see. I know you still get something there. Okay, and this person said, I don't know what they're really trying to say. I don't have a future for Liberia people. Stop fooling us with people. Well, I really don't know what Mary Doe is saying. I don't know. So then my present for the day, that Bwaka we want to Liberians say so. You see, you see how when I speak with wisdom. I say the people from UP, they always make the statement that Bwaka wonder what the people say. That what I say. But guess what now? I don't know if you're voting, Abigail. I don't know. I will be in Liberia by the grace of God at the end of the beginning of the week. I will be in Liberia. You see this? This is my voting card. And this voting card will be cast for Alexander Cummings. I'm voting. I hope you're voting. The difference with us, you are capable of convincing people in Liberia, maybe your relatives, to vote for Bwaka. Likewise, myself. But I will still be over you because I got a vote. You don't have a vote. That's the difference. Yeah. I got a national ID card. You don't have one. I got a partisan ID card. You don't have one. So you see the difference between you and myself. You just love Mr. Bwaka. There are people in UP who are partisan, who don't care whoever UP carries, they will support that candidate. But for you, maybe you support Mr. Bwaka and you're not. Or do you pay member of the party you are supporting? Oh, okay. Another one. So Mary Doe, she's a sedition. CDC all the way. CDC all the way. What? What you say? CDC all the way. Voted number 8. Okay, I know you're trying to say vote number 8. Anyway, don't worry. It's a mistake. Mistake is not allowed to be made, but when it is made, it is a mistake. That is how you know there's a mistake. So don't worry about it. Don't dating it. I'm gonna say I made a mistake more than this. Don't worry about it. I know what you're trying to say. Vote 18. But one thing I would say that you and UP, you're no different. UP the first way, because you yourself sedition. All you're doing is because you feel that UP is the weakest link. Bwaka is the weakest link, so you can, when they bring Bwaka against you, it will be the two evil, and they will choose the lesser evil. You understand? And then when you choose the lesser evil, Mr. Weah will serve 6 years, and then after the 6 more years, and then it will be 12, and it will be a free playing field, which you're wishing for. But going against Mr. Bwaka is like actually your chance of your second term is clear. But you know sedition. If you go against any candidate apart from Bwaka, you know you are out. You know that one very well. Let's be honest with you. UP goes against any of the opposition, they are out. Because UP were there for 12 years and did nothing. George Weah came there and increased it by stealing the country money, the wealth, and UP won't come back. So two of you fighting each other. You see that? So CDC and UP, no different. No different. Mr. Bwaka was receiving money from CDC. Mr. Bwaka's son was working with CDC. until he chose to resign. That's why Mr. Baka couldn't open his mouth to say anything. You see that? Okay, guys. Y'all have a good day. Tomorrow is church day. You understand? So take it easy. You pray for, yeah?
The leaders I love, the leaders I love, the ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. I've been praying to God every day, please give me a leader.
The oldest republic in Africa. And yet, the least developed countries on the continent. And indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions.
Okay, my computer freezing up, so I'm just going to forget it. I will play it later on. Let me try this one. Shut up.
Stab 'em, if I come and stab 'em, stab 'em, keep on the explode. The ones I trust so much, they made a fool out of me. Pray to God.
Cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders and electing new leaders who know how we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how care workers, people who actually do the work, we need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure.
Hello, babe. Please, I'm outside your gate. Can you just come? There's something very important I need to show you. Yes, I'm outside.
Okay, guys, you have a good day. Vote Alex Cummings. Alex and Charlie. Alex and Charlie.